I posted on Facebook that Trump was the Antichrist. I felt like I was a prophet. I would get high on spirituality. I was experiencing spiritual psychosis. I grew up in a very religious household. I was a very sensitive child and I took things to heart. And the fear of what if I do something wrong and then I die, then I'm gonna burn for eternity. Because I was raised in that environment, I did have a lot of religious trauma with the fear of being punished. I just felt never safe again. I started to develop a lot of mental health problems and anxiety. The help that I was receiving from church just didn't do it for me. It did not help. And so that's when I began my search. Whenever you come from religion and then you move to spirituality, it's exciting to learn and take that fully on, which is what I did.
Take a deep breath in, exhale.
I used to spend hours listening to spiritual teachers. I would get kind of high on spirituality and I would use it as an escape. That avoidance of all of that, layered with the belief systems, can really cause a spiritual psychosis. It was at first really fun. You feel really good, you're having all these ideas, just like mania. You think everything means something. I've had these grandiose ideas. I felt like I was a prophet. I posted on Facebook that Trump was the Antichrist and that people needed to be prepared. I felt like I had this information, like the people from the Bible that were prophets. I had the most fear that I had ever felt in my life. And when I posted that, because I had told this big secret, and I was seeing images of the CIA busting through my door, and I got so afraid, and I went and woke my husband up and I was like, we've got to go. And he was like, no, go, I'm not going anywhere, go back to sleep, everything's okay. I was freaking out. Really, that was just trauma coming up for me. What brought me out of spiritual psychosis was, first of all, I needed to rest. I made it through the other side with the support of my husband, who was very gentle. He never freaked out. That was 3 years ago. I haven't had another experience like that again. I realized that stress can be a trigger for me. I don't let myself get so stressed out anymore because I know the impact it can have on my mental health. I have to take care of myself. I have been in therapy ever since. I feel like talk therapy is beneficial and it can be helpful for resolving things. I have been doing breath work and somatic practices, which through my own experience, I feel work for me. There's a lot of harm and misinformation and trauma that can happen in spiritual communities and through spiritual teachings. The risk is if you have trauma, anxiety, and depression, any manifestation of that, and you go to spirituality, rather than dealing with the emotional part, my advice for someone who is going through or has gone through something similar, seek help from someone who is trauma informed. It's nothing to be ashamed of because it does teach you so much. I am thankful for my experience. I am seen. Are you?